What's going on, guys? This week's been interesting. It started off super hot, super dry all week actually till Friday afternoon. It rained a little bit and it rained some Friday night too. Anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. Uh, this week we've been mainly chasing irrigation problems because with the weather, any of these fescue yards, if the irrigation wasn't 100%, it was telling on itself, and so fixed a lot of those problems. I didn't really film any of them, because I'm not that good at it for one, and I don't know what I could tell anybody about fixing irrigation, but did a lot of just repairs, heads, setting timers better, adjusting heads, had valves bad. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Had to replace the main line on one of them. So a lot of irrigation work, but I didn't film it because I'm not very good at it. All right, and sprayed a little bit of stuff. Nothing major. But we had the big house to get ready for the garden symposium, which is Saturday now, so it's today, so it's going on right now. So everything eventually turned out just fine on that one, but it started out rough, and I'm probably going to make a longer video there next week to kind of when things have calmed down, just to show you the changes we made and all that kind of stuff, and maybe talk a little bit about some of the issues we ran up with. I'll put some of them in today. When I got there, the yard was dried out and everything else, but anyhow, I'm gonna make a quick video for you today. Nothing exciting, just follow me around doing a couple things. I apologize in advance. Stay tuned. Double cutting everything out here, getting it looking good for the garden symposium. We got a few issues and some localized dry spotting. This is heat stressing like a big dog out here, but I can almost guarantee you that the sprinkler is shooting over this, or there's a malfunction head or something down here. Oh, I can feel it as hard as a brick and dry. I'll check out the sprinkler. Maybe it just needs adjusting, or there's a bad head, but I got heat stress along that asphalt over there, and that's where the afternoon sun comes and beats right on that asphalt and gets that all hot. And there's a little bit in there, just that time of year. All right, here we are. This is a plug out of that, so I can do this one handed. Now that's dry. So we're not getting this watered. It's obvious. This little patch right here. All right, this is one of the Carbon X Bermuda grow ends. It's doing good, actually, considering that last night it rained for the first time in weeks, and it's been hot. Today's like we're on a different planet. It's nice and mild. Sun just came out. But, I mean, I haven't mowed it yet. I'm getting ready to mow it, and it's like we obviously still have the plumbing accident. This thing's filling on in. Pretty cool. All right, I got tired of dealing with it. I couldn't even mow over it, so I kind of smoothed it out with a shovel and a rake for about 45 minutes, 30 minutes. But I mean, it ain't a perfect job, but it's workable now and get around it. I'm gonna Carbon X this bad boy again. All right, yesterday I was a bummed out fella. I was over working at one of my big properties. It's gonna have a garden symposium today. What is that? I guess that's just my collar. Okay. Yesterday I was a bummed out fella. I was over at one of my big properties. It's gonna have a big garden show over there today, and everything was drying up and had irrigation problems, and I worked on the irrigation and worked on getting the property fixed up all day. But then a giant rain came, fixed it all up, so that was pretty awesome. And this one, I got my little spot smoothed out enough that I can mow it and take care of it. I don't know if it's even getting in the thing there, but for the little bit of, yesterday and last night was probably the only rain we've had in a while, and I don't think it rained here as much as it did over in Tarboro where I was. But grow in is proceeding here, and I think this is gonna be all right. It's pretty cool. We had a broken irrigation panel over here next door, and they got that fixed. And this fescue's looking spectacular once again, so that's a good thing. Is it showing up? There you go. Green fescue. It's a good thing. That rain was needed. Let me see if I can get a better angle for this spectacularness. That showing spectacularness. We're gonna make it. All right, spent most of last week, or well, this week, the first part of this week, chasing irrigation problems. It's been hot and dry here. It's finally starting to rain a little bit. Here's a zoysia yard. I put the Carbon X on last week, along with some humic and kelp. She's thick, man, powerful thick, but looking good. There's one of my fescues over there. And I had irrigation problems on this one too. This whole front circle was drying out, and about the whole first half of it was just brown. But she had irrigation problems. I replaced several heads, a valve, a main line had a crack in it. But man, this, hold on, let me get turned around here. Sorry for my usual shoddy camera work. But popped right back out, man. This thing's looking awesome. You see the little brown spot right there. That whole corner was like that. And then we did some work in the back. All right, in the back now, you can see where I had to dig a big hole. It had a crack in one of the main lines that feeds that zone over there, and that head was bad. So replaced all that. And this little point up here was dried all out. But what's that? Fescuing it up, man. Yeah. All right, this is my deep shade yard that if you've been watching any of these videos and been following along, you remember I videoed seeding this thing in the fall. She's doing really good. I got my first round of fungicide on it about the middle of the month, and she's solid. Putting that catalyst and humic acid in with the azoxystrobin and the propiconazole, it gives it a boost, man. I've seen a big color jump in all of these fescue yards now that they've got some water on them. And this one is irrigated. I mean, I don't know how spectacular the irrigation system is. I've never even seen it run over here, but that ain't bad. They said they'd never had grass back here and they'd lived here since the 70s, so. I mow it too, well, occasionally. I ain't been over here in like 3 weeks and some change, so I just put a big mow on it. Let's check out another one. Here's some more fescue doing pretty good. Some awesome color in it. That, like I said, the fungicide blend, I think, is the little extras in the fungicide is what popped that color into it. And, you know, all the stuff we did over the winter to it. But wow, making it on fescue. I had a better video planned out. I was going to do more at the house that's going to be in the garden symposium today and getting that ready, but to be honest, it didn't look very good when I got there and did a lot of working all day. The irrigation system was goofed up. I think I can probably put some of that video in, but it rained like a mad dog on it that afternoon, and it snapped right out. It was all green by the time I left, and it was dark, so I couldn't video it, but it was pretty awesome. So I think it turned out good for the show. But I'll have more time next week when I go over there, and I'll show you some of the changes that got made, and a lot of work went on over there. So that'll be pretty awesome. So I don't really have much of a theme for a good video today, or any of that stuff. What's up, bro? I'm not crazy. But we saw the zoysia that had been carbonexed, and it was looking pretty good. And my yard actually is coming along all right. I don't have any kind of irrigation or anything, but I probably won't be home before dark to show that one off. It's still half dead, but you know, well, never mind. But anyway, that's all I got, man. Thanks for watching. I'll have something better next week, I promise. Look at all them damn pine cones falling up. Hey, guy over here all day picking up pine cones. Oh well. That's it. Hell, that's a big one. Dang. Well, this is gonna make a mess.